Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is January 3rd, 2017. Excuse me, today is January 2nd, 2017. And I am still riding the motorcycle for the season. We did get a little bit of snow a few days ago. Accumulated, maybe 3 or 4 inches, give or take. And that's why the road's kind of wet right now. You're seeing some leftovers of snow melt off and everything. I'm just amazed because today it's not cold today. It's 50 degrees. It's going to be in the mid 50s here in a little bit. And I just cannot believe in January in West Virginia that the weather is so freaking warm this time of year. That is, I mean, it's not that it's never happened before, but it's certainly just, it seems abnormal. It kind of goes in with what all these people are talking about, global warming and what have you. I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon with global warming just yet. I do believe in climate change, and I do believe that we are the ones causing climate change, with all our emissions and all this bad shit we're putting out, like from our vehicles and waste left over, coal, you name it. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, a bunch of pollutants that we're putting in the air that don't need to be, chemicals that are being burnt that don't need to be, like in cigarettes and so forth. So there's a lot of factors that play into what could cause a change in our climate, because before humans, these things didn't exist. You weren't burning cigarettes, with all the carcinogens in it. We weren't burning coal. We're doing things differently than they've ever been done before. So if you want to argue and say that this is just regular weather patterns, then they always change. Well, true, weather patterns vary a lot. But before humans, you didn't have the factors that we have nowadays. So it's something that's worth looking at when you compare how things used to be naturally and then what we as humans are doing to the environment. Like I said, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon for global warming, because I really don't know what it's going to do, because you'll have days where it's super freaking cold, colder than normal, than average, and then you'll have days where it's warmer than average. So I'm not going to jump on and say it's global warming, but there is climate change. That's not something that you really can't dispute from a scientific standpoint. Climate change is a thing. It's real. So there's our talk of climate change for the day. Now, the good news about climate change is that it's allowed me to ride my motorcycle in January, when it's normally blue frickin' cold. And normally there's a foot or two of snow on the ground, or ice dropping, sleet, something. But here I am, just enjoying my ride to work in some nice, mild, very decent weather. The only thing I gotta watch out for is cinders. I don't think you're picking those up on the camera, but there are cinders. There's a bunch right there, all over the road. I'm just trying to stay in the tire track so I don't get caught up in any going around a curve. That's one of the reasons why I don't prefer riding this time of year. It's because, even if it's not snowing or not raining, there's preventative measures all over the road. They've dumped salt, they've dumped cinders, and they get gathered up in certain areas, and you hit a patch of cinders, you're gonna wipe out. Not on a straight stretch, but you hit a patch of cinders when you're going through a tight turn, you're leaned in real hard, you're gone. Your bike's gonna be damaged, your leg's gonna be damaged, you might end up in the hospital. Worse, you could hit a guardrail and fucking die. I mean, you've always got to be careful on a motorcycle. A little more careful so than you have to be in a car. That's something we'll talk about another day. Not a churchgoer, but that's one of the most beautiful buildings. That whole setup and layout, that parking lot, everything. They did a great job with that. Joel Osteen come to town. I'd go to watch Joel Osteen because he's not a pastor or preacher. He is a motivational speaker. He uses the Bible for his motivational speeches. Oh wait, I'm gonna turn here. Sorry for the late turn signal, but we're at a stop sign anyway, so it's no big deal. Yeah, I thought about buying his book and giving it a read and seeing if I could read between his lines and decide whether or not he does this because he really believes in God or he does it just for the money. Like I said, because he's a motivational speaker, if anything, at best. Wow, man, what are you doing? It's 35 miles an hour. You're going 10. Seriously, right now? Seriously, you're in a 35 mile an hour zone. You needed to turn and look at a car. So you turn to the parking lot and then you slow the fuck down and look at a car. God damn. Try to push some of this old gas through the system. Wow, what the hell is this? It's blocking the whole intersection. I guess we are going to park right here. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Like the video, be sure to subscribe. Keep up to date with what I got coming out next. Thanks.